Well, good morning. It's a beautiful day in southeast Missouri, I'll tell you that much. Just sitting out on the porch, kind of lazing around. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to leave till noon, so here in a little bit I'll start making tracks towards getting ready to go in, shave, get cleaned up, pack up. Doing a short week this week. Let me flip this around. It's beautiful out here. Let me show you what a nice day it is. Hold up. There we go. Just sitting on the porch. And it is about 75 degrees. Pretty much no humidity. Let's get back to business. Hold up. All right. I just wanted to make a video because I was sitting out here having coffee, man, and just kind of scrolling through Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. And if you follow this video, what I'm going to talk about here is nothing new, but for the new guys who haven't been around for years, I just wanted to give you kind of a recap and a reality check on trucking. There's nothing but doom and gloom out there from everybody. And I think what and I like the guy, Alex is a good guy, but the big trucking channel, I guess, is the Mother Trucker guy, and it's one doom and gloom video after another doom and gloom video, and the sky is falling and trucking is imploding on itself. And in some respects, that's kind of true, but it ain't nothing I haven't been talking about for years. And it can really have you doubt yourself and lose sleep at night. But if you do things the right way, you're not going to have any problems. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I mean, I seen something about, 50 truck company went out of business, 100 truck company went out of business. Look, guys, we're going to recap this, okay? It don't matter if you got one truck or 50. If you overpaid for the equipment and you're in the rates we're in now, you're done. I've been trying to tell everybody for years and years now, and of course, back in the height of all of this, and we'll recap this in a minute, I got told, you don't know what you're talking about, boomer. That's what they told all of us. Well, kind of turns out if you've been around 30 years, maybe we learned a thing or two. We're not real smart, but we've seen stuff. And then there's stuff we ain't never seen, and that's what I want to talk about. I was back in, I should have Googled it, I guess, but when did COVID really hit? I see it was COVID-19, but we really didn't go into shutdown till 2020 or 2021? I can't remember. So that was unprecedented in our country. So everybody went home, scared they were going to die of the corona bug. And, at first we didn't know what was going on, so they did a good job of scaring the bejesus out of. So I was always working. I was always essential, I guess. But the bottom line is a lot of things came to a grinding halt. People stayed home, and the supply chain went down to nothing. Well, what happened when we went back to work and came out of our came out of home? You couldn't get nothing. So the supply chain was drastically depleted, unlike there's never been another time in our country like that. So how do you get stuff to the supply chain? Trucks. So there was an explosion and just crazy. Everybody became a truck. It was $6, $7, $8, $10 a mile. Everybody was an owner operator all of a sudden. Everybody was making money hand over fist. You could be the village idiot, buy a truck, and just make tons of money. You couldn't go no wrong. There was loads everywhere. They couldn't get trucks. I got a text there. We'll get to that in a minute. And it was like that for a couple years. Well, you didn't have to be real smart to figure this out and put two and two together that when things caught up, those rates weren't going to stay. It's all supply and demand, guys. So we knew that once it got caught up, we were going to go back to normal rates, which, by the way, if you do the math, we're barely back there now. They're a little bit lower in the dry van and reefer because that market got so saturated. But flatbed rates have fallen down. We're still higher than we were before COVID. Now, the difference is inflation has gone through the roof, and I'm not going to go into that a lot because it turned into just a shit show last time I did that. But quickly, when there was a high demand on everything, prices slowly shot up. Inflation went through the roof, okay? Supply and demand. You wanted it now, you paid more. Well, It will eventually come down. It's starting to come back down because people are starting to say, no, I'm not paying that. The thing is, they're going to hold that inflation as long as they can. Why? Because they're capitalists. And they're greedy capitalists. So nothing wrong with a capitalist free market. It's, better than a socialist market. But the bottom line is they're trying to basically, ride this dog and pony show until it quits. So they won't lower the rates until you, not who you vote for. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm going to get a lot of hate, I'm sure. But the bottom line is, if you want to know who's to blame for inflation, it's you. Sorry to be realistic with you guys, but quit overpaying for trucks. Say no. Quit going out and buying $100,000 SUVs. Say no. You don't have to have it, and the consumer holds all the power. Okay? These prices are not set by the government. The government doesn't tell companies what to sell things for. Get out of that disillusion, all right? You are the reason, as long as you continue to pay, $1,500 for a phone. All this nonsense. I mean, we got to eat, so you're kind of held hostage by the food, but you can cut back. The consumer is in charge of prices. And there's been guys like me say, don't go buy a new truck. I didn't go buy a new truck. I wanted to buy a new truck, but I didn't buy a new truck. Why? Because you cannot buy a $200,000 and $250,000 truck and survive when the rates go back down. We're seeing it now, okay? We're seeing it everywhere. Everybody's folding up, going out of business. Why? Because they're overextended for trucks and trailers, period. That is the reason. Fuel is high, but it's not near $6 a gallon like it was for a while. So, fuel was way low when we were all locked down. I mean, we had tankers sitting offshore that couldn't even unload the oil. I know you want to give credit to, politicians for that. It's just simply not true. It was a supply and demand then. It's supply and demand now. When everybody came back, boom, the fuel got sucked down. Everything shot up $5-6 a gallon. Now everybody's kind of calmed down. They were locked up, so they went on vacations. They burned more fuel. I mean, we could sit here and do economics all day, but what I wanted to tell you guys is, don't let this doom and gloom get you down. Get out there. Now, I'm going to say it again, and I said this before, and people might think I'm crazy. Now is the best time to get into trucking. You really want to be a truck driver? You're going to get in it. You want to be an owner-operator for the right reasons, not to get rich and buy big fancy houses and Hellcats and Harley Davidsons and pickup trucks that are jacked up with, $40,000 or $50,000 worth of accessories. Trucking is not about that, guys. That is such a disillusion that has been sold to you over the last 3 or 4 years when the rates were high because of COVID. That's not reality. It never was reality. It's not reality now. And unless we have some other COVID, it's never going to be reality again. These guys that are holding on, I admire it, man. It's hard to hang your hat and say I quit. But it's coming, and it's coming more and more. And actually, it's a good thing. I hate to say that, but you're just going to see the used truck market flooded. The guys are going to hang it up and turn the trucks in because they can't make it. It's mathematics, guys. You cannot go out and buy a $250,000 truck and a $80,000 or $90,000 reefer and think you're going to make it at $1.50 to $2 a mile. You're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Maybe if you got some heavy haul contract, you might be able to pull that off. But for the average man, trucks need to be back. New trucks need to be back around $150,000. Trailers need to be back around $50,000. You can make it at that with the rates we have with that kind of equipment. Okay. But what you should be doing if you're starting out in business, go get you a used truck. They're everywhere. The market's flooded with them. You're a dime a dozen. You can pick them up cheap, and you can go become an owner-operator, and you can make an average working man's wage, okay? You'll do better than the company drivers as an owner-operator. If you do it right, you'll have a lot more freedoms. That's the main thing with being an owner-operator. I've said it 100 times, don't get into trucking for money. Come on, guys. This is a blue-collar working man's game, okay? We're not meant to be making doctor wages. You're not supposed to clear $200,000 a year. That's not going to happen unless you got some special deal. So this video is just for you guys that don't live under that disillusioned pipe dream. But if you want this bad enough, if this is what you want to do, which sometimes I wonder why you'd want to do this, although I do it and I guess I wouldn't do anything else, go do it, man. Turn off YouTube. Turn off these talking heads that do not know what they're talking about. Some of it's very disappointing because the guy I mentioned earlier, he's been around long enough. He's a smart kid. And he knows the truth, and he could tell you the truth, but it don't sell videos and it don't make you money on YouTube. I hate to be, I mean, that's just that's the truth, man. People love train wrecks, and as long as he clickbaits you and sells doom and gloom, you're going to click on those videos, and he's going to make money. You're not going to make money. You're going to hold back on your dreams. You're going to give up on your dreams, but he's going to get rich. I'm never going to get rich. I'm old, ugly, been doing this too long. I'm crotchety. And I tell you the truth, I got nothing to sell you. So I'm just here to help you. You guys been around this channel for a while, know why that is. I just want to give something back before I hang it up. So keep your chin up, turn that crap off, and if you want this bad enough, go get it. All right, man, that's all I got. That was my thoughts this morning. I'm just fed up. I'm always fed up with this doom and gloom and the sky is falling, man. If you're going to buy into that, or you're going to wait to buy a truck till you think it's better, or you're going to wait to buy a truck till you think the right politician is in the right place or in the White House, don't ever do it. Just stay a company driver. Being an owner-operator is not going to be for you. You can't have a business model like that. So what? So whoever gets in, whatever makes you happy, 3 or 4 years later, it all changes. You're going to cash out. That's not a long-term business plan. And you don't have the right mindset for it. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just telling you the truth. So trucking is up and down. You have your good years, you have your bad years, and you just gotta ride that wave. Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna upload this video, and that's just what was on my heart today. I wanted to get out here and spit it, and hope it helps somebody, man. Just trying to be honest with you. All right, guys. God bless you. We got to get ready to go to work. And no, we're not going to make enough money to go out and buy a Hellcat when I get home. All right, we'll see you. Bye.